Yes, I reckon I've got it first go. Beautiful. Beautiful. How are you, you big legends out there? Just give us a quick shout out if you can see this ugly mug on your screens and everything, because it is 8 a.m. in Melbourne. So, of course, I've got to go live. I like this little time slot because I hope I can reach everyone around the world. How is everyone going? It appears everything is going good. How are you all, you big legends? How are you all? How's everyone going? A few bangs and a few yo-yos, and welcome to the Ready Bang, the number one live podcast show in the world. I am your host, the Aussie arm wrestler, and of course, my sidekick, my compadre, the 2019 Melbourne Cup, third place left arm, 80 to 95 kilo amateur place getter, the most sought after trophy in the arm wrestling community. How are you big legends going? Let me know in the chat where you are. It's all happening. Arm wrestling, of course, is in the topic, and the thumbnail has not gone you wrong. We're going to talk about the King of California. That is coming up, and of course, we've got top 8, which I am super excited about. Not only the Dave and Levan matchup, but we've also got Dan Mosier and Zarakali. It's just everything is going on. I want to have a bit of a chat about what's going on in the land of social media. There's a lot of hate going on, and I absolutely thrive in it. So it's very hard for all you people to throw YouTube hate at me, because I'm a wordsmith and I will kill you with kindness. But I do love it, and I'm going to show you some of my favourite comments from a couple of recent videos and posts and things like that. Good to see some people jumping in the comments, and of course, when you jump in, give us a ready bang and let us know where you're from. So I'm going to start in the beautiful nation that is Australia. Just a quick shout out to my man, the reach around Jordan Davis, and of course the prodigy Sam Burnett. These guys had a bit of a last minute super match, which was good. Shout out to the Bayside Kraken's Arm Wrestling Club, because they gave me the live feed. So it was really good that people could tune into my channel, not only hear me call the match, but they could also see the match as well. So thank you, Bayside Kraken's Arm Wrestling Club. Go give them a like on all the social medias. Really good people. So that's going to be fantastic. Also, I should have put it on here, speaking of Australia, Gold Coast Powerhouse Arm Wrestling Club. They've given me the call up. Said, Aussie Arm Wrestler, we need you to anchor a special commentary team for our Super Series 3, which is going to be fantastic. That's going to be in late October, and I believe Ryan Bowen and Lachlan Adair is the main event. I hope it's that event. But either way, there is going to be some killer Australian matchups, and I'm teaming up with my good friends Andy and Mario from the Andy and Mario show. So most likely the three of us won't be able to go to the Super Series because of what's happening in the world, but we will be able to hook it up, and we'll have the matches on my channel. We'll have a 3-man commentating panel. We'll be shooting the shit from the hip, bang, just loving life and just having a laugh as the three of us do. So looking forward to that. So it's all happening. But if anyone went back and had a look, Jordan Davis looked phenomenal. Looks good. It was really good to see where Sam Burnett is when it comes to top 10, top 20 in Australia. I mean, there might have been a 5-6 kilo difference, a little bit more, I'm not too sure. But Jordan Davis just looked fantastic. All of his training, he's just been focusing on training. Very rarely had any matches. I've only seen him train. I mean, not many people have been able to train, but I've seen a lot of people get in there. It's been fantastic. Everyone's giving me a ready bang, which is good. A lot of people from the land down under. And of course, my man just giving me old trivia channel a bit of a plug in the comments. Good to see everyone hanging around. But yeah, quick shout out, Jordan Davis. You were phenomenal, my friend. And of course, if I'm giving shout outs, if I'm throwing them out, Mrs. Aussie Arm Wrestler always gets a shout out because it's her weekend. It's her day off. She works very hard throughout the week and then has to hear. While she wants to have a bit of a sleep in, hears me screaming and shouting downstairs. Give it the old ready bang! So thank you, Mrs. Aussie Arm Wrestler. Thank you, Cooper Maxwell, you big ledge, with a $4.99 super chat. And Cooper says, ready bang! Becoming the number one catchphrase in arm wrestling. And I really throw it out to all you guys. Thank you so much for just everyone getting on board the ready bang, because it's unbelievable. Oh, of course, got people in the chat. We've got Bang from Poland. Ready bang from Poland. You ledge. Where are you from? Krakow? You're around there? Whereabouts in Poland are you, mate? King of California is coming up this weekend as well. Unfortunately, the schedule may be overpowered by Top 8, but I'm going to do my best to watch both events there. Kyle Depew is doing some great things in organising this event, but I tell you what, it's just all it's all happening. It is all happening. I love it. I absolutely love it. Main event looks good. Derek Smith really starting to get some things together. Unfortunately, Derek and Chance, I believe, have pulled out of Arm Wars in the four-way battle, so it could just be a Ryan Espy versus Alex Kadecha match. If any of you guys are in the chat, let me know how you are going. If you see in the chat, guys, Andy Boskovsky, arm wrestling, part of the Andy and Mario show that I was talking about earlier, go check him out. We're going to be a part of a commentary team. Throttle Villain, I'll tell you what, one of the up-and-coming pullers in Australia. Speaking of the Aussies, Throttle Villain, get on him. Very hard for people to work harder than my man Simon. So back to this. What a card. What a card. We've got Tomlinson in there taking on Tom Nelson on the left hand. Of course, the main event speaks for itself. Dallas Langston back in action. Alan Fisher. If you don't enjoy watching Alan Fisher pull, do you even like arm wrestling? Can't wait to see that guy back on the table. And of course, Brandon Allen. Brandon Allen is just a guy that loves to lift heavy weights. Looks like a Viking. Just loves to lift heavy weights. That's all. Loves to lift heavy weights. Bang. And he's having a match. It's this card. Have a look at this card. It looks phenomenal. Let me know in the comments. Derek Smith, Tom Nelson in the main event. Who takes it? I'm going with my man Derek Smith. Tom Nelson wants to just remind everyone that he is still the man in California. I think they win a tiara or something like that. Neil Pickups, Massive Hog. Anyone have a link for the Chaffee match? Okay, I'll just remind me a bit later on. I will answer that question when we get to it. And what have we got? Broke up with a psycho today. Doing great. Ready to get on the table. Oh, it's not ideal. Not ideal, but tell me about this one. Derek Smith or Tom Nelson. Let me know in the comments who is winning this matchup. It's going to be unreal. I love it. I love this matchup. I love the way it's going to be. Of course, all we see is Tom Nelson just trying to go fishing on all the social medias, on all those Facebook groups, which is hilarious. Absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. I think Derek Smith wins this one, but I can't wait to see it. So many good matchups in there. Of course, people, what do we got? Tom showing up bigger than ever. We've got Derek Takes It, I reckon, from Henry Mullet, one of my Patreon supporters. Shout out to my Patreon crew, just really supporting the channel that way. Tom for the upset. Hello from South Florida, my Australian friend. Well, hello to you too out there in South Florida. Derek looking too big at the moment. What else we got? Tom for the upset. Alan effing Fisher. That's how his name should be said every time. Alan effing Fisher. Fucking hilarious. So good. That guy would eat your placenta, I reckon. Not his own. He would just be such a savage on the table. Mr. Intensity, as they call him. But it's going really good. Good to see people coming in the chat and just saying, g'day, keep in the chat going. And then, of course, Dave has landed. Dave Chaffington Jr. Esquire the third has landed in Ukraine. And, of course, has met up with Levan, and they've gone and shaken his other hand. And Dave's already gone and got advantage in this photo. So that's one pin to Dave. Bet, pay out. Pay out, you son of a guns. Dave Chaffee has got the pin there. It was really good to see everyone landed. Dave and Daniel Mosier have had to travel quite a long distance to get over there. I know they're world-renowned pullers, but jet lag's jet lag. So it'll be interesting to see. And as big as they both are, it cannot be comfortable on the plane for that long. So it'll be interesting to see if they can get enough rest, massage, and get ready for the matchup. Have some smelling salts, do what they got to do. Couple of cups of coffee, your protein shakes, whatever it is to jack them up. Now, going back to the question, all the way, the link to this match. You have to pay for this match. You have to go to ArmBets TV. I was just having a chat with Igor Mazarenko. We were having a quick sliding in each other's DMs. A bit creepy we both were. No, so it's $10 US, and you may have to sign up for a couple of months of subscription. I think you may be able to just buy the fight. So it starts at 8 p.m. Ukraine time. So the way the Aussie arm wrestler is going to attack this, I'm only going to commentate Daniel Mosier and Dave Chaffee. I'm only going to commentate the semi-main and main event. It starts at about 3 a.m. Australian time on Father's Day here in Australia. So we've got Mrs. Aussie Arm Wrestler's dad staying the night. So I might just give him a bit of leeway on Father's Day, and we might just hang out till about 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning before the ready bangs happen. But I'm going to be up watching the event. I might do a small live. Might do a small live on Instagram or something like that. But I will be commentating those two matches. So I can't give you a specific time where I'll be on. But everyone get along. We'll have a pre-show. We'll get into it. And of course, tell everyone to join the after party once they're finishing watching the pay-per-view there. It's going to be fantastic. Where from around the world will you all be watching it from? Let me know in the comments. What have we got here? Just trying to go through. A lot of people saying Derek. A couple saying, I want Tom Nelson to win because he promotes being PED free. Let's go. I only just saw Dave interview today from January. Good stuff. Oh yeah, I've been so lucky. A lot of my interviews because the channel wasn't growing as much, but I've been lucky. Jeff Hale a few times, Dave Chaffee, Matt Mask, Michael Todd. Who else? Done a few with Ryan, a few with Tom Holland. Justin Bishop's been on the show. Giannis, Coach Ray. I've had a lot of people on the show, so it's going to be unreal. This photo was taken, I don't know if it was at the airport or the venue where they all met up, but yeah, they're there. Mosier landed, Iraqi landed. It's all going to be, it's going to be awesome. Watching from Scotland, my man. What do we got? I'll be at King in California. Unreal. What time does the match start in Ukraine? 8 p.m. 8 p.m. Yeah, 8 p.m. Ukraine time. So for me in Australia, that's 3 a.m. But I don't care. It's arm wrestling. It's on pay-per-view. It's probably the biggest match of the year. Do you think this is the biggest match of the year? Is this bigger than John Brezink coming back and when he pulled Chance Shaw? Is this the biggest match of the year? Let me know in the comments. Jody, Chocolate Thunder Williams in the chat. I'll be in the show one of these days. Top 8, Jody? Are you talking about top 8 or coming on my show? I'm not too sure. Let me know, Jody. Sometimes it's a bit hard. Give us a bit of context, Jody, because you're a cool guy. We've had a brief chat before. I think it was on Arm TV. You're a good dude. Megatron says, Jake, can you get Igor on the show? I can. I hope so. I hope to. He's a bit busy at the moment. He's a bit busy. He's got his prize pig all jacked up, ready to go, squealing at the bit to try and take over Dave Chaffee. Oh, Jody on my show. Yeah, beautiful. Okay, that's awesome. You want to come on my show, Jody? Awesome. I love it. Yeah. Yeah, that's not a problem at all. You're very knowledgeable in the world of arm wrestling. So yeah, hopefully sooner rather than later, Jody, because you're obviously awake at this time, you can come on one of the lives. We'll shoot the shit. Have a bit of a laugh, Jody. Don't worry about that. Love what you do. Guys, I've made it, and I've made it very clear that I think Dave Chaffee wins this matchup. Let me know in the comments, have you changed your opinion? Are you sticking with Levan? Are you sticking with... what's it called? Dave. Why did I lose my train of thought there? Are you with Levan or are you with Dave? Let me know in the comments, you big legends. I'm still sticking with Dave. I've gone all in on Dave, and I've gone all in on Dave for about 12 months, I think. I remember when Devon did a Dubai fantasy matchup, and he had like the 5 best Westerners and the 5 best Europeans. I still picked Dave. Oh, was Dave pulling Levan? Either way, if you go back to in January when Dave Chaffee was on the show, I said, bang, let's do this. I think Dave beats Levan. 1 p.m. in America, which is good. People saying Levan 4-2. Oh, I would love to, mate. If I could interview Levan, Dave, and Igor on the show, it'd be amazing. Now, I made a video of saying why Dave Chaffee wins. It was called Levan Loses, and here's why. Now, shout out to Levan. He shared that on his Instagram. Shared the thumbnail. So thank you very much, Levan, for that. But let's go into it. I want to show you some of my favourite comments. Now, there's so much fun stuff. There's so much hate on YouTube. Now, you can try. I can sit here and talk and talk and talk. I might not be as strong as everyone on the table, but do not go toe-to-toe with the heavyweight champ of talking and shit-talking at that. I might not be the most intelligent man, but do not go toe-to-toe with me when it comes to the wordsmith. So, here are... Now, all these comments, I take them as people having banter with me. I don't take them as hate. But I haven't put real big hate comments in here because sometimes I don't think they have the time of day. I've had people come on, yeah. So if you are someone that just, is it passion? Is it just hate? Is it because, I don't know. Anyway, let's go through some of the funny comments. You're as biased as they come. Same with Matt Mask. Levan 6-0. Now, I've crossed out the names because I know that the person that made this comment, he always has banter with me on the show. But the biased as they come is hilarious because, like, I always find that funny because there's 2 people in an arm wrestling match. So I've got to pick one. Of course I've got to pick one. And I don't even mind stirring the pot. And like Ermey's won, and I'm still not even convinced it was a solid, huge win. Matt Mars still took pins. And whoever had the buckle side won that matchup. This one. Michael cracked Dave's hand pretty easy. Should be a piece of cake for Levan unless he upgraded beauty. Sorry, but the Ryan Bowen delete. Sorry, but that Ryan Bowen laugh mask off delusional Aussie arm wrestler series. Like, people still think Dave can do it. It's going to be intense. Yeah, no, mate, I love it. No, this one's funny. I mean, I don't know if... Are we struggling as arm wrestlers to deal with the growing of popularity? Because we've all gone absolutely crazy. Now, this one's just a funny one. Next one, I remember your prediction. Matt Mask will beat Ermey's. Seriously, I think Dave will win at most 1 round. But if will and no one-way battle, it will be the best fight in years. Yeah, I've made a lot of predictions that have been right, though. Just go back and watch my live calling with Jordan. That there was a... not only did I predict who was going to win in the match beforehand, but I told you what was going to happen before each round. But yeah, it's funny when you don't pick a European. That's the trend I've noticed in starting here with the Aussie arm wrestler. If you don't pick the Europeans, you are going to get attacked. And I don't mind. I love it. So, yeah, some people were still bringing up... what was some people still bringing up? Oh, go back and watch my very first podcast with Ryan Bowen. And Ryan shares a story on why he made a prediction about Devon to win 6-0. And people still attack him for it. It's hilarious. But Ryan gives an explanation why he made that. Maybe Igor told him. Go back and check that one, my very first podcast. Here's a couple. What have I just watched? Thought that was hilarious. All the comments get a love heart and things like that. One who have less knowledge, talk most, and make bold statements. No offense, but you have zero idea of what you're talking about. Everything you said is just wrong. And that's fine. Like that's fine. But yeah, it's quite funny. People just jump in there. That one I just thought was hilarious. Just reading some of the comments. Oh yeah, of course more popular means more haters. Of course, that's yeah. I thoroughly enjoy it. People throw hate on the internet and then can be bought out. I just enjoy it. You know what I mean? Like if I saw these people in real life, I would sit down and have a beer with them. Absolutely. I was never interested in this match. That is until I heard you and Ryan Bowen talking about it. Now I'm getting hyped up, having a tickling inkling inside of me telling me that Dave might do it. How could you not be excited about this matchup, mate? How could you not? The Paul Bro fight's looking super fixed. Are you talking about Jake Paul? Those YouTube boxing matches I don't watch. Another comment. Typical English-speaking mouth heroes. Laugh my ass off. Never give credit to foreigners. Look, and it's these ones I always laugh. First of all, I'm Australian. So Dave Chaffee's a foreigner to me because he's from another country. So, yeah, if I was picking Ryan Bowen, if I was picking Mario Tambarkas, if I was picking Jordan Davis over Levan, then yes, I wouldn't be crediting. But Australia, America are two different places. So, but I understand what he was trying to say. But this one was hilarious. I found it hilarious. This one was really good. But yeah, everyone's a foreigner to me. Holy moly, the way the world's going at the moment, the people I train with are foreigners to me because I can't go down there and train. This one was funny. People are delusional down under because my mate Ryan always cops it. And I tell you what, anyone in the arm wrestling world that whinges about hate, now for the record, I'm not whinging, I welcome it. But for anyone in the arm wrestling world that whinges about people hating on them, making memes about them, first of all, grow up. Second of all, just go have a chat with Ryan. Mate, he is the most hated man in arm wrestling and takes it all in stride, and he's going to hit 1 million views this month, and it only makes him stronger and stronger. So if you're struggling with all the hate on, the internet, we've had memes about you, just go have a chat with Ryan. Go, Ryan, how do you deal with this? And Ryan will just go, he'll kick you a couple of goals and go, bang, this is how you deal with it. But I welcome all this. It's hilarious. What have we got? This one was hilarious. You are an abject moron, useful idiot. If you honestly think, this was Devon, the boxing match, because I think Devon will win. You're an abject moron, useful idiot. If you honestly think Devon has a chance of beating Thor. Devon can't even straighten his arms out. You all believe someone is a great fighter just because they were once special forces. This is fiction. You sound like an idiotic child. You know nothing about the sport of boxing. Well, let me tell you a few things there. Boxing, grew up watching boxing. My brother is the fighter. There's 3 brothers in the Aussie arm wrestler family. And the middle brother, I'm the youngest, but the middle brother is the fighter of the family. And closer to the match, I'm going to get him on the show, and we're going to talk this one out. So I've learnt a lot from him, trained a little bit of boxing with him, and spoken to a lot of boxers throughout it. And so that's cool because you haven't known my life, but I know a bit about the sport of boxing. You don't have to worry about that. And even having a conversation with my brother, because when it comes to fighting, I really take on what he says. Even he looked at me and went, "Oh, you got a couple of good points there." So if I can even convince him to be on my side, then yeah. But this one was hilarious. This one's funny as, yeah. But I just the one thing that I love, and I'm lucky because I'm a very strong guy. I've got a beautiful wife upstairs that just makes me thick, strong, and I deal with banter and all that all my life. But just because one person makes a prediction and a video, and this is why I make videos, everyone, for this conversation to happen. But everyone gets so angry and goes straight for the jugular, and it's quite hilarious. It's quite hilarious. Yeah, mate. Going back to my brother. Yeah, he went over to the States and competed in Worlds in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Yeah, strong as an ox. Strong as an ox. This one. Stop screaming. What an annoying voice. Yeah. So this one was hilarious. This one was on Reddit. This comment here is probably I might just move it. Oh, maybe I'll move over a bit. Yeah. So this comment here is probably the most common comment I get. Now, anyone that knows me, I'm just a loud guy. I'm just a loud person. I need to use my indoor voice quite a bit. But of course, when I'm on here and I've got 20 people in the chat, they're from all over the world. I'm talking about sport. I'm making content for my channel. I'm going to get excited and I'm going to be loud. And if that's okay for you, mate, just turn down the channel. I think the Aussie arm wrestler has no chance of making good content if I'm silent. Now, if I sit here and be quiet for 15, 20 seconds, I'm going to lose all my viewers. They want to hear me talk. They want to hear me shoot the shit. They want to hear me throw out a couple of puns as well. So, yeah, these are all. What are you guys, have you guys had some absolute ripper comments? Oh, and by the way, going it out there, we'll leave this comment here for a moment. I'm not complaining at all. I love it because it's comments there and it's like, cool, that's fine. I'm doing something right. I've been able to go from nobody to here in a short amount of time and I love it. Sometimes I can't show my wife because she gets her dukes up and she's ready to attack them because she's very protective of me, which I'm very lucky. But yeah, I look at all these and I'm like, because it's hilarious. It's quite hilarious. I do feel bad. Like if you go back to my Michael Todd interview, this was almost at the peak of hate for Michael Todd. Now a lot of people, Michael Todd's won a lot of people over with some hard work. But I got to interview Michael Todd, probably peak hate Michael Todd, and he says how much he hates it and how much it hurts. He didn't like it. It's a really good snippet, but it's quite funny. It's quite funny what I've learned in the arm wrestling world. Only a few things in other sports wind people up so much. One is LeBron James. That one, whatever side of the fence you sit on, people go for the jugular. Well, there you go, Mrs. Aussie Arm Wrestlers in the chat. She goes, yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready to go bang. She is. She wants to stick up for me. And of course, I've woken her up because of screaming and shouting. Morning to you, love. I'll make you brekkie in bed to make up for it. But yeah, what about all you guys? Have you guys felt the wrath of the YouTube hate? Do you know why? My theory on the YouTube hate, would just be, I think people are starting to get frustrated about how popular the sport is. So that means a lot of different opinions. So you could be in a community where it's 100% Levan, and now the sport's reached out and all these people only get ESPN. So suddenly they're like, Devon's the man, Matt Master's the man, Dave's the man, Michael Todd's the man. And suddenly they're infiltrating these comments. I mean, early on, I predicted Larry Wheels would lose, and this guy, I wish I couldn't find the comment this morning, but this is from almost a year ago, probably longer than a year ago, went on the march and hit me up. So I think because the sport of arm wrestling is blowing up, I think a lot of people is getting frustrated, and because we can't watch everyone's video. I try so hard to watch everyone's video. Now, what I try and do is I support every channel that's going out there. So if I can't watch your video, what I do is I go to everyone that I'm subscribed to. I'm subscribed to about 15 to 20 arm wrestling videos, and I put everyone's latest video in my tab and just let it play through. So at least you get the view and the like, because I want to support everyone. I want everyone to grow with me. And people, I don't mind if people overtake me or get more popular than me. That's no problem. I'm enjoying what I'm doing. I would love to have the tens of thousands of views every video, the tens of thousands of subscribers. But at the moment, I've got 20 legends in the chat that get ready on their Friday night, their Saturday morning, and just want to come in and hear some ready bangs and shoot it with the Aussie arm wrestler, which I appreciate. My man Fox 8 Ball, he says, hey, it's Mrs. Aussie Arm Wrestler, legendary for allowing us to have fun. Troll Army ganged up on me and banned me from Uncle John's arm wrestling. Oh, okay. See, the Troll Army's another thing. I don't even know if they're trolls. They've just made some funny memes. So for me, a troll is someone that constantly attacks someone and goes for the jugular. I hope you crash your car, get off the internet, things like that. But if you just make a couple of funny memes, I don't think that's a troll. I think that's just someone trying to be funny. If anyone from the Troll Army is in the comments, let me know, because I think it's a cool name, and I quite enjoy what you're doing. I look at some of them and get a giggle from it. Absolutely. Some of them have been hilarious. I just wish you would stick to your guns and not cave. That's what I mean. Like, if you're going to be in the Troll Army, you've got to be all in. You can't make a couple of memes about someone and then just go, oh, nah. Oh, yeah, cool, we're friends now. It's like, come on, just make some fun banter about everybody. It's awesome. So for me, a troll is someone that constantly attacks and says really hurtful, derogative things. Otherwise, I think it's all just a bit of fun. I could be wrong. I've been wrong about a few things, but let me know in the comments, guys. All of you, let me know. What do you think of all of this going on? I've modded quite a few channels. I've never banned anyone. I love the Troll Army family. Performance Enhancing Pancake. Go check out Performance Enhancing Pancakes if you get a few minutes. He's a cool guy just making some fun little videos. And he'll probably overtake me. And I don't mind. But I think his channel's cool. I love some of the Troll Army, but they have that cult of personality. Someone saying, hey boys. Yeah, which is cool. Oh, thank you. And the beat goes on. You'll get 10,000 before 2023. Look, I just do it because I can wake up and have, 15 to 20 people hang around in the chat. So I think this is, I think that's cool. Let's go back to, this is the one. Okay, I'll go through it all. Armbets.tv. That's where you have to go order the pay-per-view. I will be calling and commentating this Ripper match. I'll be calling and commentating the match and also having a bit of banter. I quite like the live interactions. It's almost, of course I would love to be at the event, being there and things like that. But I don't know, because I'm a people person, I love in between rounds, not only can I give an analysis, but then I can go to the comments and go bang and have a quick chat, to you guys in the comments, and we can shoot it about that. So a part of me just enjoys sitting here in my kitchen going bang, which is good. So I'll be the Daniel Mosier match and of course the main event. They're the last two matches I'll be watching. You got to pay for it. I won't be showing any footage. Not allowed to, and that's fine. I might take a couple of screenshots, but this is going to be a killer matchup. I am sticking to my guns. I'm Dave Chaffee wins this one. He's already got a pin there. Look at that photo. He's already got a pin. 1-0 already. 1-0 and the match hasn't even started. But it'll be interesting to see. I both wish they just had a GoPro on them from now until the match to see, unless they're doing naughties with their wives. But it'd be interesting to see how their pre-match-up routine goes, because Dave is a very reserved guy. Very, very reserved guy. So it'll be interesting, and I will get in there and I will tell you round by round how it is all going. But let me tell you, I'll give you a bit of a snippet, but let me tell you how round one goes. Let's have a quick look at the comments. I love arm wrestling. Arm wrestlers pulling the whole community, even the bad bits. Yeah, well, the bad bits make good bits. Like, we just all had a bit of a laugh for 10 minutes at the comments. I don't mind the bad bits at all, but some people just can't handle it either way. Like, if you watch me and I tell you Dave Chaffee wins and you can't handle it, just say you disagree and things like that, because there's people out there that can't handle it. Go nuts on my one. I don't care. Thank you, Spencer, at work listening when I'm not supposed to. Good man. So going back to this one, let me tell you. First of all, everyone in the comments, as I describe how I think round one will go, everyone in the comments, tell me how you think it will go. Yes, I do many fake shits, so I can tune in for 5 minutes in people's live chats. Absolutely. Alrighty. Let's go. This is how round one is going to go. Levan will really want to see what Dave feels like. So wait for Dave to hit first. Levan will let Dave hit first. That's how it's going to go. Now, it's a matter. Now, this will really set up the whole match. Well, I think they'll slip. I think they'll go and try and slip. I think they both want the strap. Wouldn't even surprise me if Levan tries to hold Dave in the grip, because Levan's hands are looking huge, but Dave has big hands. So they're going to slip. I'm going to call it. They're going to go to straps round one. Then, depending on where Dave is going to look for his strongest point to hit, and I think he's just going to nudge Levan and we'll have a battle round one. I think Levan is going to allow Dave to hit. And it's going to be unbelievable. Super incredible stuff. Bang! Like that. And I think that's how it'll go. And it'll be interesting to see if Dave can at least bleed Levan out. At least get him in a defensive position. And then that, depending how round one goes, that is going to set up the other 5 rounds. Now, a lot of people think it's going to be stonewalled. Levan goes bang and does it another 5 times after that one. But can he just get in there? I think Dave has quite a lot of endurance. His big mega double Kings move matchup with Devon at WAL, I think, shows he's got incredible endurance. But it'll be interesting to see. It's all... Yeah, a lot of people, a few people are going with Dave. I don't know if we've just been able to help influence the community. A lot of people have a bit more access to Dave Chaffee than I do. Go to the Arm Wrestlers Archive. Back in January, I had a great chat with Dave Chaffee, who hates doing interviews. But I won him over. Me and Dave are besties now. Kind of, not really, but whatever. We've had a great chat. So it's interesting to see some of the comments in here. So if you're going back and watching this one, be really interesting to see. But yeah, let me know how you think round one will go. That's how I think it will go. But of course, when we get to the pre-show. Now, Dan Mosier. Dan Mosier. Of course, I've seen a lot of both. I've seen more about Dan Mosier. I've had Dan Mosier on the show. Go back to the Arm Wrestling Archives and check that one out. But I think... Yeah, I don't know if I think, or just because I've had Dan on the show and I really like him, that I want him to win. So that's going to be a really interesting one. Just looking at some of the comments. Yeah, it's all... Yeah, so how do we think Dan and Irakli goes? Dan Mosier is ready for everything. It'll be good to see him in a super match format. His speed is just, I think Dan Mosier could beat my sneeze. Like if we had a race and I sneezed and Dan Mosier pinned someone, I need to write that down. That's my next video. I've got to get my phone ready and sneeze. I don't think you guys want to see a video of me sneezing. But yeah, so it'll be interesting what's happening. It'll be interesting to see that one. Who is winning? How do you think this match goes? There's just something about the pace. I mean, Iraq looks so super strong, and we've seen him in training videos with Levan and Haywood Hold. Now, if Levan's your training partner and you can nudge him, you are doing something right. You are doing something right, so it'll be interesting to see how it goes. Is it another one of those things where the US travel and they just can't get it right, like at the Turkey event, where the Europeans just did some damage on Tony Katowski? Good match with Todd Hutchings. So that'll be interesting. Herman Stevens. So yeah, I'm with you, Megatron. I'm with you. If Dan Mosier can get stopped with that hit, it's going to be huge. Huge. Bigger than Texas. That's how huge it'll be if Dan Mosier can get stopped in the middle. But Dan Mosier just relies on speed. But that spicy son of a gun has more than speed. He is a prolific, intelligent, chess, not checkers, player type of arm wrestler. But it'll be interesting to see where he goes on that one. It'll be close. It'll definitely be close. It'll definitely be close. Look, I initially said Dan. I could be leaning towards the other way. I don't know which type of spice sauce I want to pick on this one. Who is winning this one? Who is winning this one? Yeah, a few people saying, yeah, Irakli's going to win this one. It's going to be huge from the big I train. It's going to be huge, and wouldn't surprise me to qualify. This is a big step for Dan Mosier and him becoming the number one in the world in his weight class. We always see him. He goes to all the state championships over there in the US. Shout out to the US as well. They've been able to put on heaps and heaps of events, which I'm super psyched for. We get nothing here in Australia. Don't even get me started on what's happening here in Australia. But yeah, it is all happening. Thank you for everyone that is being in the chat. Thank you for everyone that is hanging around. But this is how I think this match goes. Going to be Irakli. I'd love Dan to win, but I just can't see it. Yeah, I think this match is more head versus heart for me. I think that's where this match lies in. Head versus heart, I'm all about it. I can't wait to call it because it's good to see Dan in a super match. And it would just be good to just not say ready bang. Because that's all you can do in a Dan Mosier match. Is just go ready bang and it's all over. And because he's just too fast, and we have a bit of fun on my interview with Dan. With Dan. Yep, Irakli sweeps him. Australia done lost their mind. Yep. If Dan wins, it'll be huge. Yeah. Yeah, it's going to be huge, those matchups. But geez, go and pay the $10 or whatever it is. I think. Yeah, I think I paid $10. I think that might be 10 US though. Just go and get it. Go and support, because then Igor can put on more top 8 events, and he might if he gets a big reaction from this, I feel he just might put on more super matches outside of top 8. I know top 8 is thing, but if everyone buys this, is it good or bad for future super matches? Does that mean he gets to hold on to Levan and not let him take on anyone? Because we really want that Devon-Levan matchup. Now, what happens? Now, the last question I want to ask all you intelligent arm wrestlers out there. The one thing I want to ask you all. What happens next if Dave Chaffee wins? What happens next if Dave Chaffee wins? Obviously, if Levan wins, we want to see that mega pancake-eating son of a gun Thor knocking out Devon, and the size that he was at King of the Table. We want to see that Devon or better, and of course we want to see him take on Levan. But then does Dave go back? What happens if Dave wins? This would flip the arm wrestling world on its head. On its head. If Dave wins this one. Now, do we still get Levan? Is this like a hindrance and a little asterisk next to the top 8? Because it's like, oh, well, Dave went over and beat Levan. So a lot is riding on this matchup, in my opinion. So then at King of the Table 2, do we get Dave versus Devon? What happens next? There are so many avenues. You know, I feel like a detective, and I have on the board Dave Chaffee, you know, winning, and it's like all the lines going everywhere trying to find, you know, Kaiser Soze, because I'm like, well, okay, well, does this happen for Igor? You know, does this mean this competition's better? Who is it, Dave versus Devon at King of the Table? Is it still Devon versus Levan? Is it as much as a money-making matchup? So many tangibles. Literally, the arm wrestling world gets flipped, because if the story is projecting the way we want it to go, you know, Devon won at King of the Table, and now we finally get to see Levan pull after a couple of years, and he's going to take on Dave Chaffee, who is super incredible, but Dave's beaten Dennis before, and blah, blah, blah. And now it's like, but then if we get to here, the next step is supposed to be Levan wins Levan versus Devon. But we're here. Does it whoop or does it go that way? A different way. It's going to be unbelievable. It's going to be unbelievable the way it goes. Chaotic is a good word. The world would explode. A black hole in the space-time continuum. Yeah. It's going to be he's going to simultaneously have a heart attack and piss himself. Yeah. Dave winning just doesn't sound like something that happens in reality. Yeah. Oh, look, I did a poll on, I should have screenshotted it at the end, but I think that about 800 people voted. And it was I think 623 to 177. It was like between 800 and 805 people voted on my Dave versus Levan. And it looks to be 3/4 to 80% Levan, 20% of us plebs thinking Dave Chaffee. Well, we're not plebs. I just like to use that word plebs once in a while. But this is really going to really flip the arm wrestling world upside down, and I love some of the comments that are coming in. So look, and that's the one thing I love about making content, is trying to look into my crystal ball and predict the future, because I know I'm not going to be right all the time. I know I'm not going to be right all the time. If I was, I'd be mega rich. I'd go pick the lottery numbers, and then this would be my full-time job. But I just think, oh, it'd just be so exciting. And I think that's what makes me lean to Dave winning, because I think I just want it to happen so bad, because I think all those people that have attacked all those channels now, a lot of people on my channel have gone, mate, Aussie, pull your head in, I disagree with you. And I love that. But then a few people, and I'm reading on some other channels as well, you effing this and this, you idiot, rah, rah. And it's like, cool, like, calm down, soldiers, calm down. So it'd be really interesting to see, where that goes. It's my favourite bit about making content. It's just trying to, before I jump in the DeLorean, I try and have a guess. I like to have a guess. I guess about a lot of things. It's, all my predictions. Sometimes they go right, and they go right awesomely, and sometimes, predicted very well how the John Brezink match was going to go. Predicted that pretty well. He's got some cool upcoming matches. But guys, let's start. Has anyone got a really good question? Everyone start giving some questions, and I'll see if I can find a fun one to have a quick discussion about, because we've been going for almost 50 minutes now. Try and keep it under an hour, because you legends just hang around, and I just love doing a live show just to shoot the breeze with ya, have a bit of a laugh. Got a super chat from Cooper Maxwell. Thank you once again, buddy. Absolutely love it. I got some merchandise for sale. Don't forget that. I can still go to the post office and send that out. I think I've run out of hats, or I might have one hat left. But anyway, good to see everyone on there. Let's get that going. But yeah, whereabouts in the world are you going to watch this matchup? It's just going to be huge. In my opinion, it's the biggest match of the year. I think it does trump John Brezink coming back on the table. I really think it does. But man, have John back on the table was some unreal stuff. Some unbelievable stuff. John Brezink coming back on the table. But yeah, hopefully everyone can come back. It's less than 24 hours. Less than 24 hours, I believe it is. Less than 24 hours. Yeah, because it's 8:50 a.m. here. Yeah, so I think the match would be around 5 a.m., so in about 21 hours, I think. Because there's 4 or 5 matches before the semi-main event. I think it's a 7-match card. So I'll hopefully be jumping back and forth between King of California, because I think King of California runs along the same time. I think they're starting early around 3 p.m. Stephen Kirkland, 59. Stephen Kirkland with the $10 super chat. Brother, I have Dave Chaffee on this one too. It'll be a great matchup, but unfortunately Dave has way more horsepower right now. Love what you are doing, man. Support you all the way. Cheers. Wow. First of all, Stephen Kirkland, 59, you big ledge. Thank you very much for your super chat. And you always support me. I'm very, very appreciative of that, you big ledge. Zeus, come here. Do you want to say hi to it? Quick, come here. Quick. Come in now. My dog ran off. I wanted to get Zeus on the show. Steve, you've always been a good supporter, and I appreciate you for that. That was unreal. What are you doing, Zeus? Go bark at someone. Now, that is a huge call. We see how strong Levan is, and that's an awesome call. I love big, massive predictions like that. To say that Dave Chaffee has more horsepower than Levan. That's a huge call, and I love it. I love, here in Australia, we call it the early crow, and we love it here in Australia. We love going the early crow because we don't care if we get it wrong. And then there's good banter between, you idiot, Aussie arm wrestler. You in the early crow. So I think that's awesome, Steve. There was a good question. Where was it? Fox 8-Ball, my man. If you could put 2 guys on the table right now, who would they be? Only 2? If I could put 2 people on the table, I'm super excited for Jeff Hale, Giannis Amelins. I've always been excited for that matchup since I started watching arm wrestling a few years ago. I've always been excited for that matchup. Devon versus Levan. Pancake Devon versus Levan, I'd be interested in. There's so many people in Australia. I can't wait for the Ryan Lachlan match. But there's so many pullers in Australia. Andy from the Andy and Mario show. Andy Lee, who runs our arm wrestling program. I want to see Brett Coots back on the table. Got some friends in South Australia that I love. And they're putting on super matches all the time. So I can't wait to maneuver and play fantasy matchup in South Australia. Got some, I love seeing my man Brock Lewis over in WA. I want to see him against some Australians over here. He's a huge up-and-comer. He's at the table on YouTube. Go check out Brock Lewis. There's so many. Roman, part-time arm wrestler channel. I'm big on him. Cooper Maxwell again. Thank you very much. He says, you and Uncle John are the best. Great content. And I do love Uncle John. We had a bit of a chat off air the other day. He's awesome. Yeah, he's really awesome, and we've developed a great relationship thanks to YouTube and thanks to everyone. Thanks to all you legends out there. So I'm really, really appreciative of that. I think he's great. There's so much content out there that I think is fantastic, and I try and watch it all. It does take up a bit of my time. Sorry again, Mrs. Aussie Arm Wrestler. But it's just enjoyable to watch. And I might hear the same thing 10 times in a row. But if you put your own spin on it, then I'm more engaging to watch that channel. And Uncle John's a good dude. Really good dude. He's doing some great things. Just trying to get back on ARM TV. Hopefully, I've missed the last couple of weeks, but hopefully I'll be on there the next couple of weeks on that Wednesday morning time slot for my time. People are looking forward to RVJ versus Sasho. That's going to be unreal. And I think Sasho gets a little bit of an advantage there because Rob was ready to train. Then he's not training. The match is on. Then it's not. He is training. He isn't training. But Rob Vision Jr. is back, which I love. Prime Pushkar versus Prime Levan. Who you got? Pushkar. Maybe. Pushkar was unreal. Pushkar was unbelievable. That's for sure. What else do we got? The early crowd gets the worm. Mr. Chaffee wins. Yeah, it's all happening. I want to see Ben Carroll pull again. He's more looking at the European. He's not interested in pulling many Australians. So he's not interested in pulling many Australians, and that's fine. That's fine. Andre Pushkar was something different. He was something different in his prime. He was something different. What other superb matchups would I like right now? Look, there's a lot here in Australia I really, really love. We have so many. Even when I try and organise super matches at my club alone, we've got so many talented pullers. Look, they're not all on the world stage, but I could put two of them together and it would make a killer matchup. And that's all you want. Like, it's all good showing dominance in a match, but it doesn't entertain. Like, I've had two super matches back on my channel, and I won one of them, but they were good matchups. They were battles, and I'm all for battles, and sometimes I enjoy battles more than winning, and a couple of times I should have got a pin, but I kept the battle going and just butchered it myself, and that's my own fault. But yeah, I like battles. So we've got so many here in Australia that I fly the flag for, and hopefully Australia can get behind the Aussie arm wrestler and really push this channel. So then, obviously with the banner in the background, what I would like to do before I wrap up is when I'm allowed to go to all the countries is just put on matches. Put on matches, and hopefully the money from this channel, I can either sponsor people to go somewhere, or I can go right $50 for the winner, and so a couple of these guys can make a few dollars in the process in chasing their arm wrestling dreams. Henry Mullet is an arm wrestler that I want to see back on the table. He's a huge supporter of the channel. The guy's like 6'8". He's a monster, and he wants it. That's one thing that attracts me in supporting arm wrestlers. If you're an arm wrestler that won't pull or just train, yeah, cool, I'll help you out, and we'll have a chat and we'll train together. But if you're an arm wrestler that wants it, and we only have a few at my one, yeah, it's going to be Henry's going. Keep an eye on Henry Mullet. Keep an eye on Henry Mullet. Alrighty, mega show. Go do brekkie with the wife. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Battles hurt. Yeah, get the Aussie flag behind you. I will one day. Yeah, bag flying as a sport will be in the Olympics. The guy. There's so many of you in the chat, but I've banged on for far too long. I've hit the hour mark. So if you haven't already, hit the like button and share. Hit the subscribe button, which everyone in this chat, I assume, does. I do have a trivia channel. Go check that out if you can hit the subscribe button there. I'm almost at 100 subscribers. Jake, I love the new trivia show, but I barely guess most of the answers, though. That's all right. That's all it is. It's just a bit of fun. That's why there's only 5 a day, so it doesn't frustrate you too much. There's new content every day. Come join me for Dave versus Levan. Come join me. Come shoot the breeze with me. Come have a laugh. Guys, I love each and every one of you for jumping in the chat. I always love it And you've always, whenever you are struggling in life, because remember, each and every one of you are fantastic. Each and every one of you deserve to be here in this wonderful world of life. But if you ever get down, just look at something and go, ready, bang! See you guys tomorrow for Dave versus Levan.